Hello, and today I'm going to be showing you a little bit of a maker drone that I have. This is the CrazieFly 2.0. It's pretty cool because the actual body of the drone is a PCB board that has electronics on it. It comes with a lithium battery and 4 different little motors that you put together. I also have an expansion LED board that you can just put onto the bottom of the GPIOs. The original experiment from the company who made this was that they used a NeoPixel ring, which is what one of my original ideas was, until I find out that they already had this specifically made for the drone, so I went ahead and got that. It's really cool. It's also got 2 little headlights on it. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looks like when I start it up. I'll press the little on button down here. So it turns on, makes a little noise. We've got different lights down here at the bottom. These are to show your heading. This is a heartbeat just showing that it's alive. And we've got the LED going on, LED ring down there. I'm going to go ahead and show you. This is the CrazieFly client, and it's running in a Linux virtual machine. And so I am now connected to the CrazieFly, so I can actually tilt it, and you can see right here, this is my heading. You can see this is what I'm doing in the camera. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and turn this LED effect to something else. Alright, so we've got off right now. I'm going to go and show you a little bit about what the different ones are. We can do a white spinner, which is just going around white. We can do a color spinner, which is like a red, white, and blue. Can't really see it as well on the camera. Let's see if I can get it to be a little bit better. No, you still can't really see the blue, but you can see it against the table. That's kind of the effect that's given off. We've got a tilt effect. Now this one's really, really cool. This one basically uses red and blue to show you which way the drone is tilted. So you can see if I tilt the drone, here it's regular orientation. If I tilt it forward, the red ones on the front are going to shine really bright. Now it's neutral. If I tilt it back, the red ones on the back will turn on, and then the right and left are blue. This is kind of showing you what it would look like if you had the orientation and you're flying this way and backwards at the same time. They both go on. Maybe tilt this way, just forward, to the left, back, like that. It works a little bit less well when it's upside down, but against the ground, maybe you can see neutral, that's forward, that's backwards, it's to the right, to the left, left back, right front. So you can see it kind of shows you against the ground or against whatever surface that you're flying above what orientation your drone's in, which is pretty neat. And I'll go and show brightness effect. I'm still not exactly sure what this one does, but we're going to go ahead and do the second color spinner, which is kind of cool. This one's just like a different kind of white. We'll do double spinner, which is 2 different ones colliding. This actually reminds me of the touch point simulation I did. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out, where I make a simulation of a Walt Disney World touch point using the NeoPixel rings. Solid color effect, just one single solid color, and you can change the colors of these. Factory test is going to do an RGB for all of these. It's also going to be flashing the headlights. If you can't see those, you see when it turns white against the table, that's because it's got these little headlights on at the front right there. See that? They're pretty bright. That can turn on so you can see which way your drone's going if it's at nighttime. There's a battery status. So I'm at full battery. I just charged this little guy up. There's boat lights, which is pretty interesting. This is related to boating. We've got green on the left and red on the right and white on the front. So that's pretty interesting. I guess if you're going to be doing that over the water, that makes sense. There's an alert, which is a kind of strobe effect. I'm only going to show it a little bit. So yeah, that's interesting, but not very pleasing to the eye. Gravity. This shows you which way is down based on the orientation of the drone, so it's really cool because you can tilt your drone around and see that the LED ring will always be having its lights pointed down. So if it's falling back, then the LEDs on the back will be tilting it. You can kind of see against the table that the white LEDs are following where I tilt it. And then the last one should be the custom one, LED tab. This is where I can actually go here in the client and change the 12 individual addressable LEDs. They're on the back here to whatever color I want to do. So if I wanted to make these, say, red, you can go ahead and see it's automatically changed. I'll go ahead and show you guys. I'll make a little color scheme. Let's make this orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and maybe pink or something. So it's pretty cool because you can make your custom LED sequences, and this drone's pretty interesting because this has its own client and all the code is open sourced through Linux. You can write a lot of your own code to program these in C, I believe, and I think they also have Python and maybe JavaScript interpreters as well. So you can kind of see my little rainbow right there. That's my own custom LED ring right there. Doesn't look too cool against the table, but yeah, I made that in 5 seconds. So just goes to show it's really simple to do this. Really cool. And here you can actually turn on the LED ring headlights at the same time. So I'll turn them on and see that they're on right there. I'll turn them off. Now they're off. On. Off. And so we'll go ahead and shut this guy down. But basically what you can do is you can control this through your laptop or your Bluetooth device, and you can see the different kind of thrust and your actual pitch, roll, and yaw through here, the interpreter. You can actually program these guys to fly in their own flight patterns as well. So you can actually program these to fly autonomously. I've not gotten to a point where I'm able to do that. I want to do it through Cylon.js, so I could actually fly this guy through JavaScript first, just using the radio dongle right there. And then the second step would be to fly these with a Leap motion controller, which I've actually seen the developers do that a little bit as well with the first development board, the CrazieFly 1.0s. Unfortunately, the Cylon library that I'm using to connect is not fully working with the newest updates, so I'm waiting on that and just doing it through a regular controller as well as flying it with my phone. So it's just a fun little drone that you can fly around. You can add some your own sensors, you can add your cameras, you can add any kind of sensor you basically could imagine onto these guys, as long as the weight is still able to carry it. They're not super powerful, they're really small. Also, the battery doesn't last too long. The battery lasts maybe, they say 7 minutes, but it's lasted a lot longer for me for continuous flight. Of course, when you put the LED ring on it and you put it on full blast, that actually drains the battery quite a bit. But you gotta look really cool, so LEDs are a must. That's basically it. Eventually, you'll be able to get to a point where you can use some computer vision and throw these guys on top of a Kinect camera, and they'll just fly autonomously. They'll be able to find their positioning after a second. I've seen people do that, so it's actually really cool drone to get. I got these through a Microsoft Azure promotion, so I got these for free. These guys are really awesome, so shout outs to them for doing this awesome giveaway. And yeah, so that's some of my little drones, and look forward to seeing more videos. Bye.